in Australia has turned an area of bush inland from Townsville into an army warfield. With operations in the Middle East winding down, the focus has turned to basic soldiering skills, preparing troops for any potential scenario.
From the top of the hill, troops prepared themselves for the final assault.
The enemy are on a series of 3 hills in front of us. They've dug in deep. They had tanks, heavy weapons.
In the distance, troops moved in from the south as those on the hill helped them carve out a path.
There's a consequence to this. If we get it wrong, people get hurt. So it's an ability to practice it and give ourselves confidence that we can actually use our weapons safely in close proximity to our troops.
The action is all part of the Army's annual Combined Arms Training Activity, or Exercise Kata. Exercise Kata is the largest live-fire training activity in Australia and costs around $30 million. Around 2,500 troops take part, many of them from Townsville's 3rd Brigade. Units have been out in the bush for nearly a month. This year, the exercise is occurring at the same time as Air Force Exercise High Sierra, giving soldiers an opportunity to work side by side with their airborne counterparts.
Working arduous hours with minimal sleep, you start to see true character, and that's where the Army ethos of our mateship really starts to come into play.
Today was treated as a dress rehearsal for another training activity with US troops in coming weeks. Exercise Kata is giving them the chance to practice with a range of equipment, including new communications and battle management systems.
So for the first time, I can sit in a vehicle and look and see pretty much where everybody is, and that's never happened before for me, and it's very, very new in the Australian Army.
It's activities like these which help refine the skills of troops. Until next year, 3rd Brigade holds the status as the unit ready to deploy at a moment's notice.
So we're keeping them, if you like, the knife sharp in the kitchen drawer, in case you need to whip it out and use it.
In coming years, it's expected the Australian Defence Force will end operations in the Middle East and the focus will move to future threats in other parts of the globe. That means training activities like this will become more focused on foundation warfighting skills, essentially the basics, ensuring all are prepared for any situation.
So if you were to deploy tomorrow, do you think you'd be ready?
After this, absolutely.
Rosanna King's son, Win News.
Amazing. Before we